Today we'll be discussing common pickleball injuries. Our pickleballer today is Ms. Caitlin Cothey, and we want to talk about common areas of injury for pickleballers. One of the most common areas we see clinically is the foot and ankle. So we're going to show you several ways to assess what you need to do as a dynamic warm-up before we begin just jumping right into playing or practicing. So step number one, to assess if you need to stretch or strengthen the calf, first thing you want to do is pull your toes towards your nose. If you can only get your foot and ankle to about a 90-degree angle or less, i.e. down in this position, definitely need to stretch. It needs to be a part of focus for your warm-up. If you have access to a ramp or a stretch board like this, you can use the baseboard on the wall. You'll walk up to the ramp or the baseboard. You'll step up onto the ramp. You'll first and foremost keep the knee straight, and then you'll lean your body weight forward as the lower leg moves over top of the ankle. You can do this and hold for 30 seconds, 3 to 4 sets of 30 seconds. Or what we prefer is dynamic stretching, which is where you lean into the stretch for 2 seconds and then you lean out of the stretch for 2 seconds. And you do that for 2 to 3 sets of 10. And you do that on both sides. For the second stretch, you would bend the knee and you would perform the exact same repetition scheme and rhythm, leaning forward and leaning back. Now let's talk about some common ways to warm up our calves from the perspective of muscle isometrics and muscle isotonics. In other words, let's load the calves. First thing we're going to do is go all the way up on our tippy toes, and we're going to hold that position. We're going to do that for about 30 seconds. Ideally, we would do 6 sets of 30 seconds. Another way to load the calves, let's go ahead and come back down, is to come up for a count of 1 to 2 seconds, pause, and then back down for 3 seconds. And you would do that for 3 sets of 10 repetitions. And then finally, since pickleball is a sport that requires side-to-side movements, front-to-back movements, start, stop, and quickly so, we want to warm our body up in the same way. It's what we call neuromotor control, speed, agility, power. So let's talk about 2 simple ways to do that. Number 1, we're going to come to a wall. We're going to face the wall. She's going to bring her elbows by her side, hands up like this, just like this right here. And she's going to go up onto her toes. She's going to maintain heels elevated as she jumps and lands. Ready? Go. These are what we call wall taps. And you would do this off and on for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then the second way is to go side to side. This is what we call ice skaters. So you're going to go from left side to right side, back and forth. And that's it.